In Privacy Watch, Amazon recently admitted to recording and archiving voice data from its Alexa app. So have you ever wondered how long the company keeps that data? Well, back in May, Delaware Senator Chris Coons sent a letter to Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, asking him that very same question, along with others pertaining to privacy. Well, Amazon's vice president of public policy wrote back, saying that in part, quote, "We retain customers' voice recordings and transcripts until the customer chooses to delete them." So that seems pretty simple, right? However, that response directly contradicts a recent report by our colleagues at CNET, which says Amazon keeps user data with no expiration date and shares it with third parties. Ben Fox-Rubin joins me now. He's a senior reporter at CNET to find out what the heck is going on here. Ben, is this really profits over privacy? Why does Amazon share this information and not delete it unless someone requests?
Well, that's a good question. And essentially, Amazon has told me and has mentioned a lot of times that it uses a lot of this data and it stores a lot of this data to feed the Alexa artificial intelligence so it can actually improve, can understand people's voices more effectively. And so it can keep improving the system so that it answers people's questions more efficiently and can answer more kinds of questions as well.
Should we be surprised that a company sharing something with us that we're told makes our life easier? If you remember, Facebook had the same argument about why you can use their platform for free and they just want to tailor ads for you. Should we be surprised that this for-profit company is using that information for their own benefit?
No, Amazon is a corporation. They're not a nonprofit. Obviously, they want to be able to sell millions of Echo devices. They want to proliferate Amazon's Alexa into people's cars, to connect it to your smart light bulbs, to all sorts of other smart home gadgets. But I think that they obviously see these privacy concerns as an issue because they want to be able to continue to sell this stuff to folks. So if privacy concerns do start to trump some of these conveniences, they are going to have to start addressing them. And it does appear that they are trying to do that with some more robust privacy efforts on their side as well.
And what does the company say is their reasoning for archiving and recording this data?
Sure. Most of it is for artificial intelligence needs. They try to improve Alexa as much as they can. One of the issues here is that a lot of folks might wonder, well, why are you keeping this information indefinitely? That's obviously a bit of a concern that people may have. Also, they're still working on trying to get rid of transcripts or text transcripts that they have after people even delete their voice recordings, which is what we reported on at CNET.
Now, in the letter we spoke about, Senator Coons asked whether Amazon held onto the text, right, the transcripts of these voice interactions, even after the user chooses to delete the audio equivalent. What is the company saying specifically about that?
Right. So they haven't exactly apologized for not getting rid of all of these text transcripts, but they say that they're working on it. Essentially, they do get rid of the text transcripts when you do decide to delete the voice recordings in their main systems, but they're still working on getting rid of some of those text transcripts in their subsystems. What is the difference between the main systems and the subsystems? I can't really tell you, but at the very least, they do say that, hey, we are working on it. We understand that it's a concern for people. When you tell us to delete something, we understand that you want us to delete it. But it's still a bit TBD as far as when this is actually going to be taken care of and when it is going to be solved.
And you alluded to this earlier, you know, with the Internet of Things and all the connected devices that Amazon is linked to, as well as the information from its website. It also handles sensitive, privileged patient health information. So do you foresee that this could very well grow into a bigger privacy issue?
Yes, absolutely. I think that there has been a bit of a falling out, or a considerable falling out, actually, in tech. Only 5 years ago, a lot of folks looked at Facebook, Google, Amazon as only positives, or a lot of folks did. And nowadays, there are a lot more privacy concerns. I think that this is a very healthy and important conversation to have. That's obviously why we're doing a lot of the reporting that we are doing at CNET, to let people know how their privacy is being impacted, how their data is being used. And as companies like Amazon push into healthcare and pharmaceuticals, these things are going to become even more critical. So it's certainly very important to highlight how this data is being utilized.
And in our last few seconds together, Ben, what do you say to someone who says, well, look, I'm not doing anything illegal or even interesting at home. Why should I care?
That's a good point. I guess some people are going to have that issue. Other people are going to say, hey, listen, it's my privacy. If I tell somebody, if I tell a major corporation to delete something, they should be deleting it completely from all their servers. And I think that's a valid point, too.
All right, Ben Fox-Rubin, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
A federal judge in New York has rejected the Trump administration's request to switch the team of lawyers on the census citizenship question case. U.S. District Judge Jesse Furman wrote Tuesday, quote, defendants provide no reasons, let alone satisfactory reasons, for the substitution of counsel. 11 lawyers from the Justice Department asked Judge Furman to step down from representing the government in the dispute. The judge did allow 2 of the lawyers to withdraw. They previously left the Justice Department. The Trump administration has faced numerous roadblocks in adding this citizenship question to the 2020 census. A Supreme Court ruling blocked its inclusion last month. The Justice Department declined to comment on the judge's decision. Amazon and Microsoft are in a heated battle over a $10 billion opportunity. They are fighting right now to build the U.S. military's first war cloud computing system. It is formally known as the Joint Enterprise Defense Infrastructure Plan, or simply JEDI. The computing project would store large quantities of classified data. It would also allow the Pentagon to use artificial intelligence to expedite its war planning and fighting capabilities. Amazon was considered an early front-runner. The company previously did similar work for the CIA. Both Amazon and Microsoft have already beaten Oracle and IBM. The Defense Department hopes to award the contract by August.